A big trade between Pittsburgh and Miami just sparked the Eagles' interest to swoop in and go get the guy that they want for the next couple years on a nice rental deal. And it looks like the Miami Dolphins could be looking the Eagles' way for another tight end. And we're going to talk about it all. So let's get straight into it.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I hope everyone's doing well as we're waiting for training camp. Obviously, deals can be made. Howie Roseman could be doing things behind the scenes, but there was a big trade that went down. I did a video about this probably a few weeks to a month ago on the situation between the Miami Dolphins, the Pittsburgh Steelers, a rumored big trade going on, and it looks like it did happen. And now the Eagles could be making a couple of moves, which we'll talk about later in this video, but let's go through the trade details very quick. Now, it looks like Jalen Ramsey was traded from the Miami Dolphins to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Looks like he was due about $26.6 million. The Dolphins paid $7 million of that money, and it looks like the Steelers paid the remaining $19.6 to acquire him in this trade. So that deal gets done, and the Pittsburgh Steelers get a corner on the opposite side of Darius Slay. Now, on top of this trade kind of getting finalized, what really helped this get down for Jalen Ramsey is that Minkah Fitzpatrick was traded to the Dolphins. So they got ready to get rid of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Did they give them a safety there? And it looks like the Dolphins did get rid of another one, and their tight end and Jonnu Smith, Pro Bowler. So he goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. It's really Ramsey, Jonnu Smith to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Minkah Fitzpatrick. It looks like the Steelers gave away a 27 fifth-round pick and a 27 seventh-round pick. So, another 2 years, a couple late-round picks for a couple of players that they really need, and they're being very aggressive in this free agency. That's what they did, and that was pretty much the entire trade. Now, what is the future of Darnell Washington? Is Jonnu Smith to the Steelers going to take away snaps from him? Is Darnell Washington, on the trade block at this point? Not really sure, but I would make a phone call. I think this would be a perfect trade acquisition for the Philadelphia Eagles, mainly because he's a good talent. He's a third-round pick, obviously, so I don't think you're going to spend a ton draft compensation-wise on him. Not only that, but he's going to cost you nothing the next 2 years. He's not an undrafted free agent until 2027, so you can have him for 2025 at $1.4 million, and for 26, he's only 1.7. He is dirt cheap and a nice rental for a couple years. Now, I don't mind renting players, but renting them for a year, nah. 2+ years, I could do that. And 2 years, I think, is perfect because it will give the Eagles more available space for the 26th draft to go draft their tight end, because your whole entire tight end room right now, including Dallas Goedert, is free agents after this year. And we all know that they're not giving an extension to any of these other guys. That tight end room is going to be gone, and the Eagles need some new blood in that building. He could block, he could catch, he's physically gifted. I mean, the size, it's even to take him down. You've seen him with the ball in his hands in open space. I think he would be perfect for the Eagles in this offense. I think Darnell Washington would thrive. And he's a former Georgia Bulldog, so this just makes things even sweeter. Now, when it comes to the Miami Dolphins side of things, not only do the Eagles trade for a player from the Steelers, but the Dolphins could be looking the Eagles' way now, because now they are low on tight ends. And the Eagles have a lot of tight ends right now. And if you kind of go through it, like, obviously Goddard's going to be here for one more year, so they're not going to trade him. But you picked up Kylan Granson, okay, which I think potentially, I think him and Calcaterra are pretty even. I think Kylan Granson hasn't really had the best quarterback in his situation in the league, and I think Kylan Granson is a really good backup to Dallas Goedert if he really thrives in the offseason program. You have Harrison Bryant. I think he was with the Browns, with the Raiders. The Eagles acquired him on a one-year deal. He's another guy. He's more of a speed tight end where you can use him on really short situations, so I think he's got some value to him. You have Grant Calcaterra, and to be honest with you, I think Grant Calcaterra has a ton of value because relatively didn't stay healthy when he first got here. And then finally, when, Dallas Goedert started to miss 6 to 8 games this season. And thank God we had Grant Calcaterra, has a lot of starting experience, a lot of value, and needs a new contract. So the Miami Dolphins could be looking our way to get probably one of these guys from our roster, and the Eagles could have another draft pick for 2026, 2027, something like that. If Miami wanted to trade for Grant Calcaterra right now, because realistically, a lot of these tight ends, behind Dallas Goedert are due some contracts, but they're not going to get paid a lot of money, but they're going to give you more production when given the opportunity. So Grant Calcaterra might have an opportunity here to become a full-time starter somewhere else and possibly, maybe get paid a little bit more money that the Eagles were not planning to give him, which they're definitely not. So I think these are two teams you could take advantage of and get a couple guys, get some draft compensation, and acquire somebody you can have for another year. And I think you'll be perfect. And we got some news from the WNBA that there will finally be a Philadelphia team to represent Philadelphia, finally, in another 5 years, not till 2030. So don't know if there's a lot of Eagle fans that watch WNBA, but you will have a Philadelphia team coming to the WNBA very soon. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer, but that is the news on that. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We kind of discussed two specific trades the Eagles could make, whether they're dealing somebody or they're acquiring somebody that I think would be such a big value. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. Can't wait for training camp. Make sure you like the video because it helps out tremendously as possible. I appreciate it so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes one up, follows live. Peace out, guys.